Jeremy, a knot of unease tightening in his stomach, followed Jordan deeper into the bustling cafe. The aroma of sugar and cinnamon hung heavy in the air, a stark contrast to the tension crackling between them.
2 espressos, please.
The barista, a young woman with tired eyes and a name tag that read Beth, nodded and began preparing the drinks. Jordan turned, leaning against the counter with a disarmingly casual air. The steam from the espresso machine swirling around his composed face as he studied Jeremy.
So, what's the plan?
Patience, Jeremy. All good things come to those who wait.
Jordan carried the espressos to a small table near the back, the same one he had been occupying earlier. He gestured for Jeremy to sit.
This isn't about Paul, is it?
Let's just say I have my own agenda. We, the Maple Leaf Forever movement, will rid this land of American influence.
Here.
A woman with fiery red hair and a no-nonsense expression emerged from behind the counter, wiping her hands on a dish towel. This was Sally, the owner of Happy Muffins Cafe.
Though this establishment is Canadian-owned, we don't bow down to radicals. Get out.
We have a right to freedom of expression.
Express all you want, but I have a right to refuse service. Leave.
I'm not leaving.
This is why sovereign citizens should be shot and killed on sight.
Are you threatening me?
No. It was just an expression.
I'm impressed. You let a woman talk to you like that? I'm impressed. You let a woman talk to you like that?
Mind your own business.
The bell above the cafe door chimed, announcing a new arrival. Kate, her phone tucked discreetly in her pocket, entered Happy Muffins and headed for a table near the back, giving a subtle nod to Jeremy.
See that girl over there? 16 tops? Probably on vacation with her family. You wouldn't want to scare a sweet young thing like that, would you?
16, you say? I'll let her be, for now.
A palpable tension hung in the air. The other patrons in the cafe, sensing the unspoken threat, shifted nervously in their seats, avoiding eye contact with Jordan and Jeremy.
Cookies, everyone. On the house.
She pointedly avoided offering any to Jeremy or Jordan. A little girl, clutching her mother's hand, tugged at Sally's apron.
Yes, sweetie?
A little girl whispers something inaudible to Sally.
Don't worry, honey. I'll take care of it.
Sally disappears into the back room, her phone pressed to her ear. From Steve's vantage point in the surveillance van parked across the street, the entire scene played out like a bizarre theatrical production.
911. I have two potentially dangerous individuals in my cafe. They're not directly threatening anyone, but they're creating a hostile atmosphere. I need someone here to escort them out.
The operator on the other end assures her that officers are on their way. Sally reemerges, forcing a smile as she offers another round of cookies to the increasingly anxious patrons, again excluding Jordan and Jeremy. The bell above the door jingles, this time heralding the arrival of 2 uniformed officers.
What's the meaning of this?
Now, gentlemen, If you kindly come with these officers.
Steve, watching from the van, allows himself a small smile. This was turning out to be more entertaining than he'd anticipated. Jeremy, however, watches the scene unfold, a flicker of concern crossing his face. This hadn't gone exactly as planned. Steve, watching from the van, allows himself a small smile. This was turning out to be more entertaining than he'd anticipated. Jeremy, however, watches the scene unfold, a flicker of concern crossing his face. This hadn't gone exactly as planned.
This is a misunderstanding, officer. We were just having a discussion.
A discussion that involved you spilling coffee all over me, Jeremy. Real subtle.
Accidents happen.
Kate, across the street, feels her phone vibrate. An urgent alert from her custom surveillance software. Jordan's location, mobile, direction, downtown precinct. Kate's eyebrows raise in surprise. This was faster than anticipated.
Steve, they're taking them downtown. Faster than I expected.
Steve, still smirking at the unfolding drama, suddenly registers the seriousness of the situation. Jeremy's cover could be blown.
Damn it. I need to get him out of there.
Steve strides into the cafe, approaching Sally with a purposeful air. The jingling bell announces his entrance. He flashes his military in.
Ma'am, that man with Jordan is an American soldier undercover. There's been a misunderstanding. I'll cover the damages.
Oh, my. I didn't realize. How many cookies did they have? I'll take it off their bill.
Don't worry about it. This should cover the trouble. Thanks for your cooperation.
Sally accepts the money, her expression a mixture of surprise and relief. Meanwhile, Kate pockets Jordan's abandoned phone, a crucial piece of evidence.
Steve, we need to get back to the safe house. I need to access this phone and coordinate our next move against Paul's remaining followers.
Good idea. Let's move. Tina and Jeremy can help with the rest. We're running out of time before they discover Kara.
They exit the cafe, the aroma of muffins fading behind them as they step into the bustling city street. Kate's fingers drum against the phone in her purse, a silent promise of the chaos she was about to unleash. They exit the cafe, the aroma of muffins fading behind them as they step into the bustling city street. Kate's fingers drum against the phone in her purse, a silent promise of the chaos she was about to unleash.
We need to hurry. Every second counts.
I'll call Jeremy. Make sure he's all right after that incident.
The cab ride is a blur of city lights and impatient honking. Inside the safe house, a palpable tension hangs in the air, thick with the unspoken anxieties of their mission. The dim glow of Kate's laptop illuminates the room, casting long shadows that dance with the flickering screen.
Damn it, Jordan's security is tighter than I expected. Almost there.
What do you mean, increased activity? Are they onto Kira?
Tina enters the room, her usual vibrant energy replaced by a palpable anxiety. She wrings her hands, her gaze flitting nervously between Kate and Steve.
I have a bad feeling. Something's not right. Please be careful, Steve. Both of you.
Jeremy's on his way to Paul's penthouse. Seems Paul's getting antsy. Wants to see him ASAP.
That's risky. Paul's probably suspicious after the cafe incident. It could be a trap.
Steve's jaw tightens. He remembers Jeremy's hushed words on the phone, a warning about unusual movements at Kira's location.
Damn it, Jeremy. He should have waited. We need a solid plan, not a suicide mission.
Please, Steve. Stop him. I can't lose him too.
I'll try. But right now, all we can do is wait and hope for the best. Kate, anything on the phone? Apparently, I was an orphan that been rescuing the most horrendous situation out.
It's strange. Encrypted, but fragmented. Like someone systematically deleted parts of the communication logs. Almost all mentions of Ottawa are gone, but I'm picking up traces.
The hum of the laptop fan blends with the rising tension in the room. Outside, the rumble of engines grows louder, drawing Steve's attention to the window. He sees a convoy of military vehicles pulling up outside the safe house.
What the? That's not routine patrol. Something's up?
Wait a minute. When Paul had me, he kept muttering about a backup plan. Something about Ottawa. If Quebec didn't pan out.
Ottawa? Think he'd take Jeremy and Tara there?
It's possible. He said something about the brains of Canada. It sounded delusional.
Steve's mind races, piecing together the fragmented information. Jeremy heading to Paul's penthouse, the encrypted messages referencing Ottawa, the sudden military presence. It all pointed to something bigger, something more dangerous.
If Jeremy's in Ottawa with Kira and Paul, he'll find a way to contact us. Yes, you. He'll tell us where their hideout is.
I'm trying to trace the deleted data. Give me a few more minutes.
General Thompson, we have a situation. I need a safe house. Big enough for 7 people in Ottawa.
A brief silence hangs in the air, punctuated only by the rhythmic tapping of Kate's fingers on the keyboard. Thompson's voice, crisp and authoritative, crackles through the phone's speaker.
Ottawa, are you certain? That's a significant resource allocation. Explain your reasoning, soldier. I have reason to believe Paul's moving his operation to Ottawa. I need to be there, General. It's the only way to get Tira back.
Very well, Steve. I'll authorize the requisition. Expect confirmation by morning. Thompson out.
We need to move. Now.
The urgency in Steve's voice hangs heavy in the air. The safe house, once a haven, now feels like a cage.
Everything packed. Let's go.
Do you? Do you think she's all right?
We'll get her back, Tina. I promise.
The black van cuts through the night, the city lights blurring into streaks of color. Inside, the silence is thick with unspoken fears.
Are we there yet?
Give it a rest, Peter. We just left.
Secure comms, emergency rations, medical kit. Check, check.
I hate leaving in the middle of the night. It feels ominous.
It's necessary, Tina. Really, I was an orphan kid that they've rescued in the most.
The airstrip is deserted, bathed in the harsh glare of floodlights. The private jet waits, a sleek, dark shadow against the fading sky.
Let's load up quickly, time is of the essence.
The hum of the engines fills the cabin as the plane climbs into the darkness below.
I'll get started on tracking Paul's location.
Kyra, hold on. We're coming. Kyra, hold on. We're coming.
Hours melt into a blur of engine droning, hushed conversations. The plush interior of the jet becomes a temporary haven, a bubble of restless anticipation suspended amidst the vast, indifferent sky.
Steve, the safe house is prepared. We await your arrival.
Copy that, General. We're about an hour out.
The news stirs a ripple of movement through the cabin. Kate closes her laptop with a snap. The rhythmic snoring of Peter and Joe a persistent undercurrent to the quiet hum of the plane.
Those two have been taking turns sawing logs all night. It's strangely soothing, like white noise.
I desperately need coffee. My brain feels like it's filled with cotton.
Don't worry, ladies. Tim Hortons is our first stop. In the meantime, why don't you gently rouse our sleeping beauties? I'll handle the luggage.
The plane touches down on the deserted airstrip just as the first rays of dawn paint the sky a soft, ethereal pink. Steve exits the plane. The crisp morning air a welcome change from the recycled air of the cabin. A sleek black limo waits at the edge of the tarmac. Tina and Kate manage to wake Joe and Peter, who emerge from the plane looking rumpled and disoriented.
Is it morning already? My back feels like I slept on a pile of rocks.
At least you weren't subjected to my snoring. It could rival a freight train.
The limo glides smoothly towards Ottawa, the city slowly awakening around them. Inside, the conversation drifts from the mundane to the mission at hand.
I managed to hack into a nearby cell line, then picked up some chatter about the Maple Leaf Forever movement. It's all over the place. Some say they're a branch of the trucker convoy, others claim they're not even real. All I know for certain is that they're a small group with a lot of bravado, much like the convoy itself.
That's not much to go on. We need something concrete, something that will lead us to Kira.
We'll find her, Tina. We have to. What about Jordan? Any updates on him? Didn't Jeremy want to use him for something at that cafe?